Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. In this session, we will um, further talk about the PO amount calculation. As you know, in previous session, we made certain enhancement with respect to the PO amount, and since it is a uh, replication of sale order, which we are converting it into the purchase order. So discount factor was removed in that because discount is not relevant at the moment, but taxes is the new thing which we would like to add, and there may be multiple deductions or additions in the amount. So we should provide some provision in the form so that the user can in not only add the additional amount, but also a reason, a text which is telling what is this additional amount is for. For example, some additional tax has been levied by the government, then that tax has to have certain reference so that you can have a reason for of a certain addition of the amount of the purchase order. So for this, now we are supposed to see the we this was our previous setup, yeah, and let's move these things a bit up so that they look nice. So this is more appropriate. Okay. And how about, yeah. So let's discuss this, uh, this part, the total amount and shipment fee is obviously it's fine that the shipment fees is actually the transportation of this. Vendors charge you for the transportation and delivery uh, to your plant or to your office or yeah. So that amount is going to be added into the total amount of and also some vendors want that the tax have to be added because that tax is going to be uh, reported to the tax department. And there can be some additional things which you may want to include or exclude, some areas or something else. And with all these items, we have certain notes in here. So you don't need a note in here, okay? Uh, and for the, yes, for the shipment fees, you may need to explain certain things, what carriage uh, and cartage is being used to transport the goods and etc. Reason sheets. So, and the tax, if there is some explanation required in the text, that can be added, and some other deductions, if that may arise, need may arise to add a new uh, something new, some additional, some areas or some other things, right? So the notes can be here. So account payable, sir. So not only that, you need this to be added in the form. The adding in the form does not uh, uh, become meaningful unless you have the to accommodate you have added it in the table so that they are stored as well. And whenever you retrieve the information, So all these nodes, all these amounts are retrieved from the sheet, from the table into the form so that user uh, can see that what was all this about, right? So a complete sketch of the information should come available in the form, and when updated, this all have to be updated in the sheet. So that means you require some place in the table, and any change in the table is to be is it's required to be recorded and registered. Otherwise, the system will start giving you warning you that you have made the structural changes. If you add anything new in the uh, headers, then this is uh, going to cause problem for you, all right? And the system will check it and find it that there is a violation in the cursor. So what we have done is that we have uh, updated it. So let me show you so that you can recall. I have discussed it already in my previous video that how to do this, but let me let me make a change and show you that what happens and how to address it. So adding a new column, this is the first column, that is the other payment, where the the thing which was not available in our previous structure. So this is newly added uh, column. So we have to have it included in the table is structure registration within this available within the system. How to do this, we will show you. The next is yeah, also this one which counts the number of line items and transactions within a purchase order. So it also has to have certain uh, column name. So let's give it a name. It's a line item count, lines count, lines count. So, or how many lines are in this one, in this purchase order? Only one. And this has 3 lines. Okay. This has 4 lines. This has 2 lines, like this. Okay. Okay. Whenever an other uh, item, other record, other payment is made, then the remark of other is has to be there, right? So this is the place where the other payment details in text will be accommodated, and anything related to the tax, this can also be added in here. Okay, and this is the shipment fees, right? So, so since we have done some structural changes, so we have to follow the SOP. What is the SOP? That you go to you go to the to say view, and in the macros, okay, and you run this. So this will give you an error, right? That you have violated. So let me save the file for that the changes which we have made done. So let's go to view, go to the macro and run. So this is the macro which takes place, which executes as soon as the file is open. Let's assume that we are reopening our book. So on the reopen, you will find this error. The, the validation error at sheet PO header. PO header structure has been violated. This is what it has rightfully it has mentioned it to you. Okay? And it is showing you also, this is the PO header, and this is where it sees the problem, right? This is the PO header, right? Yes. Other payment. Okay, so we click OK here. So it will allow us to open it, that fine. So how to fix this issue so that it does not hamper us our it just stops reminding us. So we will go, we need to go to the validate sheet. If you see there is no provision in the unhide, but there is a sheet to unhide. So for this, we are going to go to the view and go to the macro. And this time we will not run the auto open, we will just step in. So this is stepping, this is where it is doing our job, that is opening the validate sheet, right? So, and later on, it is closing it again, right? So before closing, we would like to break it, yeah? So that it leaves it open, okay? So press play. This time you would see this is the arrow which is coming, and that's right, okay. Now let's go to, while this is in the break mode, right? And we go to the validate sheet and we make sure the column is added. This other way is, this is fine. Then 3 times 0 means these are the blank cells. And then uh, let's go to the PO header. This is the first. This is the line count. So 3 times these zeros, and then comes the line count, then 1 0, and that's all. Okay. So we go back to the validate sheet, and these are the 3 times 0, right? And this is where we want to put the line count. So to be precise, we will take it as it appears in the PO header here. So we press F9 so that the formula goes away, and this is going to be the exact line. Okay, so this is the updation of any change, structural change in the vital, in the important worksheets. These have to be done, otherwise the system will keep on reminding you, keep you on telling you that there the structure does not match with what we have registered in the validate sheet. Okay, so let's get back to our, and we stop this, stop it, right? And this time when we run this macro again without, so this should not give any reminder now, since we have updated our change, right? So run. So no message came. It means it has validated and the things are consistent with the structures have no issues, and they are matching with what we have expected by the system. Okay, so so one thing is done, that we have made the provisions. The other thing we have done is that we have accommodated the changes in the form. If you go and see the VBA and in the purchase order, this is where we have this. Now we have to make sure that it appears properly when it runs, and when whatever the changes are done, they can be updated. So that is the something which we will do later, right? that is to be done later. But for the moment, as far as uh, we are able to display this form as it is appearing, so the job is done very well so far. For example, let's check it. If the purchase order is being displayed, the form is being displayed properly. Yes, it is being displayed properly. And if we go to our purchase order number 14, for example, press enter. Yes, it is. It gets displayed as well, and it shows you the supplier detail. Yes, the business partner representative is mentioned in here. That's right, and this is the shipment date. Okay, and that's fine. And how about the payments? Yeah, the payment is properly written. Yes, $632, right? And so far there is no shipment fee. And okay, and the amount payable is this. There's no taxes mentioned, no nothing. That's right, and no payment information, and that's right. So this button is being cut. So let's adjust it in our next session. We will further develop it so that the payment is properly integrated with the system, and if whatever in case of new order number 700, when we will enter all this information, and these should be updated into the sheet, in the worksheet, and later on when it is called back again, so all what we have entered should get back and should be displayed the right thing at the right box, right? Okay, thank you very much. See you in our upcoming session.